So on the last session, you valiantly defended the hamlet from the beast the townsfolk have named the Shrieker. Sadly, and much to Gravel's distress, the Shrieker claimed a fellow adventurer's life before being pushed back into the forest. With John and Gravel recovering in the tavern, Kenneth and Fred set out for answers. Your intuition told you both that Rylek is up to something. You head to the Abbey, where you found Rylek in a meditative state. Shortly after, he starts ranting and raving about some kind of prophet. At that point, a dark spirit emerged from Rylek and attacked you. After defeating the spirit, you both turned to see Rylek floating face down in the holy water. And that's where we are. So Ray, you looked a little bit confused there. They went down into the crypt. Yeah. So the Abbey was having some sort of like renovations going on. There's like loads of dwarfs all over town now doing renovations to certain places. And Rylek was just down in the crypt. And when they confronted him, they actually went down there to take some of that water in a couple of barrels to take back to the tavern and add to their whatever, the brew that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
And Rylek went mental and started like ranting and raving, going mad. And then he just turned into this like spiritual demon thing and attacked them.
Cool.
But whilst that happened, the builders in the Abbey, they could hear a whole load of commotion going on, echoing through the crypt and out into the Abbey. So what they did, instead of venturing in further, being just builders, they ran off to get help. And they actually ran into the tavern and came into contact with Gravel and John. So Gravel, you've made your way back over to the Abbey and into the crypt to see what's going on. And as they stop fighting and Rylek is face down in the water, Gravel, you pop your head round the corner.
Do you need any assistance?
Yes, give us a hand with this bugger before he drowns.
Noted, and I'll go lift this geezer out of the holy water.
Alright. Anybody helping him? Is he doing it on his own? Fred, you're in the water anyway.
Yeah, I'm already in there, mate.
We're rushing to go get him out because...
Alright.
Get him out because we need answers.
Oh, fucking hell, just saw the photo.
So you pull him out and he's like... barely awake. He's sort of fraggling out, and it looks like we're starting to lose him.
Well, does anybody know CPR?
Sadly missed that kind of training.
His breaths are getting shorter.
You're not dying on me yet, you old mother bastard. I'm going to try and start doing CPR.
Alright then.
I'm guessing you're going to want a medicine roll.
Give us a constitution for a big, deep breath into his mouth.
What, a constitution saving throw?
No, check. In fact, give us an athletics check, which is a strength.
Oh, God. No way. First roll ever. Can you see that?
Hey!
Hey! These are a good set of dice.
They're rated dice.
You grab him, you do the chin tilt, head tilt, chin lift, whatever, and
Oh, the safety.
2
lift.
great,
2 and chin lift.
and yeah, sorry, 5 breaths, isn't it? 5 deep breaths, and then what do you do? So they go in. You see the chest rise and all that.
Well, keep doing it.
You're gonna keep breathing into his mouth.
Yeah.
All right,
Until I
so
get
you
more out.
keep breathing in, and you just see his chest.
Let's try getting him out of the water first.
Going out. He's out. He's on the side on his back.
Fair enough. Right, well, whilst you two are doing that, I'm going to see if we've got any barrels intact. Because he only took one off us and threw it against the wall, didn't he? What happened to the other one?
Wait. Let's do this. This is a heated moment. All right,
Go on, sir.
roll us a medicine check to see. What you're gonna do is heart stopping.
I got a nat 20, mate.
Yeah, come on. This is a process. This is a nat 20 for getting the breaths in.
The breaths are in.
Yeah.
How you want to roll medicine?
Yeah.
Right, kick him in the balls to get his heart going.
Can I see so he gets advantage? Assist.
You want to assist? How are you gonna assist?
So if he's, how's he laying? How is
On his back. On his back.
So it's a pint.
Just on his back, like star. Whatever
Right,
it is.
so
Starfish.
Bob standard. Normal way for CPR.
I got 30 by medicine rolls anyway. Come on, you bugger, spit it out.
Advantage. I don't know what you're doing, Gravel. What are you doing? To
No,
help?
I'm trying to think. I'm probably like supporting the neck, see if there's anything in his mouth.
All right, you're
so
doing
there's no
anything
blocking
to help.
airways.
Yeah. So roll another one. So roll with advantage. So that was your first roll. Was the 13.
17.
17. So you know that you need to start pumping the chest with your hands.
I thought we'd already done that.
They are breathing, giving him oxygen,
You give
mouth to
him.
mouth, not the reps.
He's passed out now.
I thought we'd done the chest compressions and stuff.
Oh, you started doing the EAR, that's it.
Yeah. He did the air. He didn't say about the chest compressions.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do 30 chest compressions. About an inch deep.
I'll be less.
Fucking hell, go deeper than that if I was you.
Oh, Paddy, that's rats.
Not sure if Kenneth would know
That
that.
is true, you fucking lunatic.
Kenneth,
No, your picture. That...
All right. See.
Sorry, what are you
You want to
saying?
be going 5 centimetres, 2 inches.
What did you say?
yeah, Kenneth's just going to do the chest compressions. But he doesn't know how deep to go, so he's just going to go for it.
Oh, you got a good idea with a medicine roll of 17. Well,
I've seen- Oh,
give us a. I'm going to do athletics check again. Athletics.
so 17 minus 1, 16.
16.
Nice.
Good compressions. Good compressions. He seems to open his eyes. Sort of splutters out some water, and he opens his eyes, and he looks in a bad way. There's sort of veins pushing out from his skin around his eyes, and he's got those lesions and tumors all over him, which are almost like throbbing, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain. But he looks at you, and he is aware of where he is. But it would seem like you've only got a matter of minutes before he goes again.
Hey, come on, boys. Someone else have a go. I'm bloody knackered now.
He's come too.
Should I try find a cup and try get some holy water? Just to say it's like if it's a curse or something with all the lesions and all that.
Because he was in the holy water.
Oh, it
So
was in
you
the
took
holy
him
water.
out of the holy water, so you can try, but
I didn't think it was holy water.
Not anymore.
Tell you what Kenneth's going to do. He's going to get out one of his healing potions that he found on the guy's body, and he's going to say, "Hey, you bug bugger, drink this."
Okay. So you pop off the cap and put it down his throat. And he starts choking on it and doesn't seem to take much of it in. But he does take a little bit, and a lot of it's just spilt on the floor next to him and wasted. But he does take some in, and he stabilizes. He can't seem to move, but his breathing is more steady now.
You're right, Violet. Can you talk? Can you?
Shield.
What did you say? Yield?
You're not really getting anything out of him. He's just lying there in shit state.
Did he say shield? Do we have to go get the shield from the abbey?
What sounded like?
Sounded like shield.
Well, I'm old, and he's a dwarf, so you're probably the fastest.
Okie doke. Do you know where the shield is?
In the abbey.
Cool. I'll run out blindly to find this shield.
As you go up the steps, you see the shield on the altar, like fixed onto the front of it, or a shield.
Well, it's a time, you know. There's no point wasting time. I'm grabbing that shield, thinking that's the one.
All right.
Is it secured? Or is it easy to take down?
Yeah, you just rip it off. It's just held on with a couple of bits. And you go back down.
Yeah.
And when you get down, the other two look at you. Rylick's gone.
Fucking useless bastard.
Charmed as always.
And Rylick just goes and dies.
All of that for bloody nothing. So now there's no one to look after the abbey now.
So we don't know.
Well, there goes that lead, Fred.
Well, is there still that barrel that was on about? What happens to the second barrel?
Yeah, the barrel is still there. One of the barrels is still there. The other one, if you remember, got smashed.
Well, I'm going to fill the barrel, and then I think we should go down to the old inn and have a chat about it there. On me.
Gravel, roll me a perception.
Perception, cool. I don't know shit, it's an 8. I can't see shit.
Gravel, you can't see shit.
Yeah, I got rocks for eyes.
What are you doing? Are you just going to leave Rylick?
Now we're going to pick the bugger up and we'll put him in his little graveyard.
No, I'm going to search his pockets first.
Hey, that's my job, you bastard.
Too fucking.
So stealing my job.
Well, what? As if I have to ask, what road you on, Dan?
Investigation.
Never mind. Steve, do you want to do it?
You're proficient in it.
With my 2.
I'm gonna do it later.
So I got a massive 3 on investigation. So yeah, I know.
I'll say about these things.
Yeah, you rummage around in his pockets and you can't find anything. A little bit of a few bits of dust and that in his pockets. Some crumpled up parchment with nothing on it. Nothing really.
Kenneth's already bled him dry.
No, I mean that's just what Fred found because he just had a quick rummage. He, obviously, with his 3, he didn't find anything.
Hey, big rocky fella, Gravel. Can you come and pick him up, can you?
How do you want me to carry him? Like fireman's carry, bridal style?
He's a bloody corpse, I couldn't give a crap.
Fair enough. Yep. So do you want me to roll a strength check?
Nah, you're right. You can carry somebody. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll carry him. Over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to take him?
I reckon we go get a couple of those dwarves to dig a grave for him.
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I think we I'm having a look in my inventory quick. See if I've got a blanket or something. No.
Let's see if I've got anything. No, got nothing.
Like wrap him up in.
Hmm.
No, afraid not.
So you head out, and the abbey. There's nobody in there. There's none of the builders are there because once they heard all the commotion of the battle, they all left. So it's empty. It's just the sort of dusty glow from the main window beaming in through the abbey and into the centre of the room.
So we're in the abbey.
Yeah.
Can I have a look around?
Yeah. Roll me in.
Just if I can see any blankets or something to wrap him in.
Roll an investigation.
Again?
Roll me an investigation.
13.
So you look around and you see up by the altar, just behind it, there is actually a stack of sort of itchy, scratchy blankets. And as you turn around, looking at behind the altar, you see fixed within the stone a scroll.
I'll go over and get a blanket, or a couple of blankets, and then I'll go have a look at the scroll and investigate it. Have a look at it a bit further.
As you open up the scroll, initially you can't make heads or tails of what you're looking at until suddenly it clicks. This is the same writing as you found in the book that you found within the crypt, and it looks like next to each symbol is some kind of translation.
In what language?
Translated into common.
not me looking at it.
So it's translated into common, and at the bottom of the scroll there is a detailed picture of the shield that Gravel's holding.
So the shield is somewhat important. Oh, I'm not there. I didn't investigate.
Yeah, I'll go show my findings to the other guys, and just say to Fred, I think we found a way to decipher our books, but judging by Rylak, I don't know if we should.
Yeah, I think we should decipher the books, but just not read anything out aloud.
But I think it's a bit obvious that Rylak's been having a bit of a dabble, hasn't he?
Exactly. Which is why I said don't read it out aloud. Fuck that, I was silent. Scared the shit out of me now. It's been silent for the last 3 fucking days. I put it on earlier, and Jesus Christ, did I jump?
Right, Eric's gonna stir the scroll in his pack.
Cool. I'm still holding a dead corpse on my shoulder.
Yeah, and then we'll
Just
Corpses are
casually.
usually dead. Corpses are usually dead, mate.
this corpse.
Good point.
Impressed if it was a live corpse.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello.
It's undead.
Talking
Yeah,
sausage.
fair one.
Fair one, actually, yeah, alright. In the world we're currently residing in, yes. Fair play.
Yep.
Don't bury this bugger or what?
Yeah, let's bury him. Yeah, let's bury him.
You need to have a... Oh, never mind.
Head towards the
Graveyard.
or whatever it's called.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've called it something else.
Would it be more prudent if we were to get some of his fellow, like, religious types to come and do the burial? We'll just stick him in a freezer or something.
There isn't any. Right.
Yeah, there's only Rylak here, but we can get one from the next village along or whatever. Obviously sending carrier pigeons out or whatever else.
Well, then you get your pigeons out.
Mine's a dwarf meat. I don't have pigeons. We've got to carry a rat because they scurry through the tunnels better.
Is this going to turn into Catch the Pigeon?
Oh, don't, because I love that program.
How old?
So you got Rylak on your shoulder, Gravel,
Yes.
and you've got this scroll, and Gravel, you're also holding the shield.
Yeah, I'm holding the shield.
And so you want to bury Rylak.
The shield's got the holy symbol on, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got a holy symbol.
Is it like just a ceremonial artifact, or could it actually be used as a literal shield if one was?
You can roll an investigation on it.
Uh, 16.
Looking at it, you look at the front and it doesn't seem very strong. It doesn't look like it would actually be used in combat. You look at the other side and yeah, you can tell it's not that strong really. But in the light you notice some imprint, some sort of very, very light engraving, which is worn down over time.
Do I recognise what language it is?
It's,
If it even is a language.
from what you can tell, with your 16, it is the same language that is on the scroll and the same language that is in your book.
Am I right in thinking that the symbol on the shield from the crypt is the same one, the crest for the abbey, which is like a, it's not.
It's different.
What is it?
So it's a circle.
Yeah.
With 2 straight bits on the side, 2 straight bits on the top, connected by little lines. That makes.
Is that the abbey? That's the abbey.
If I could draw it for you, hang on. Haven't we got like a thing here? Annotate. Oh, I'll have to share screen.
It's like a cross with a circle in the middle, splitting.
Pretty much, but the cross doesn't go all the way through.
Yeah. So, but I thought that was the abbey symbol.
Yeah, and that's what's on the shield.
And that's the abbey symbol as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the abbey. It is the abbey's crest then.
Yes.
It's a holy symbol.
A holy symbol.
Right. But it be that this language is not necessarily a dark language, but it's just an ancient language.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Check something first.
What you can do with this is, because it looks like there's some kind of a translation within the scroll which relates directly to the book, is you can study this when you have downtime, if you want to.
Sound. I think for now we'll just. Do we get rid of this bloody corpse or what?
Yep. Is there any open ground?
There is an open grave from an earlier session, an excavated grave, if you remember, excavated by the Shrieker previously, and there is remains of an old body smashed out of his coffin.
We're gonna bury a priest in a grave that's already been used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right then, Fred, you go take that barrow down to the inn, and if Gravel, if you wanna head down to some of the local buildings and spread the word that we'll be having.
They'll be having
some sort of service for old Riley.
Okay, dope.
And while you're
So
doing
I'll
that,
place him down.
I'll get him wrapped up.
Cool. So yeah, I'll make my way around. I'll pass on the information that Violet.
How are you doing this? How are you telling everybody in the town?
Yeah, door to
door.
Yeah, door to door.
With your hat in hand.
Well, with whatever I've got, like my helmet.
Yeah, a helmet in hand.
Helmet in hand.
Such a fucking child. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, helmet in
You're
hand.
dirty-minded.
You tell people. Some people are just like, eh, and others are quite concerned, quite distressed by it. And some of the local people, such as the ones you know, O'Doyne and Brian, Brug. They're quite upset by this news, and they offer services to help with the service if you do need them.
Our character, do we? Do we need him for the services, Steve?
You're the one talking to him.
I probably will take, ask him to attend if when they offer.
Yeah. So you go around. Quite a few people are keen to attend.
Yeah.
What?
When it's all done, I'll make my way back.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, Fred, you're taking the barrel back?
Yes, mate.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go and brew some beer, aren't I? So.
Yeah. So you just dump it behind the bar and then go back out, yeah?
Okay, Fred.
No, I actually want to stay and do some brewing. Oh, then again, we've got the service bollocks as well, haven't we? Well, yeah, I'll stick the
It's up to you. You can chin it off if you want.
Well, I'll stick the barrel in the storeroom behind, facing it for the old villagers. As brewing is more important than religion in my.
It is your religion.
Exactly what I'm saying, mate. However, another religious guy has fallen, so we best do the whole. Yeah.
And Kenneth,
So I'll stick the barrel in the storeroom with a couple of other supplies I've picked up.
Okay. Kenneth, you're digging the grave, yeah?
Digging the grave?
I don't know, what are you doing?
No, it's an
open.
You said the grave was excavated.
Yeah, it's an old... Oh, you're using that one, eh? Alright.
Yeah, fuck it, mate. Work smarter, not harder.
If I do come back,
Hmm.
it's not excavated. I've got a cantrip called Mold Earth.
Oh, well, there you go.
I can choose an area of loose ground and can instantly excavate it, move it along the ground, or dispose it up to 5 feet.
Yeah.
It will just be like 5 feet. Like 5 feet deep.
Off running errands. Kenneth's gonna wrap him up in the blankets, like you see him, and then he's got some twine in his backpack that he can use to just tie it off.
That's very generous of Kenneth. I'm surprised he's not rifling through his pockets.
I hadn't finished.
All right.
So, I was just checking to see what it was called. It's called string, not twine. But before he does so, he is going to start digging through, see what he can find.
Roll investigation.
Like a Bob situation all over again. Oh, that sounds so nice. Right, I haven't finished.
18.
18. All right. So you go through his pockets and let me get me on the loot dice. So you're going through, having a proper rummage, looking in double checking the pockets, making sure there's no hidden pockets. And while you're going through, you find, bloody hell, you lucky bastard. You find 6 gold pieces.
I knew you was holding out on me, you old dog.
Imagine imagine doing that, talking to a corpse, and then as you're about to pull your hand,
you're right.
Kenneth's also near at the corp with proper discontent because Rylak said he didn't have any gold left. Bastard.
Donations to the church. As you pull your hand out, you feel something rustle, and you're like, "Oh!" Go back in, and you find in a hidden pocket within a pocket, you find a piece of paper. You
Don't need to piece of paper.
No, if you can open it up, yeah.
Yeah. Might be a promissory note or something.
You open it, and there's a lot of scribbles in sort of charcoal, but from what you can tell, it's a map of some kind, and there are various amendments to the map. There are also warnings as well on certain parts of it, but it seems to have a larger room on the map, which is marked up as enlightenment. And it would seem that Rylak has been exploring the ruins.
So we recognise it as a map of the ruins.
The ruins being the castle ruins, not the manor.
So it's before the manor. We've got the ruins, haven't we?
Yeah.
So as we come out of the Weald, we've got that wall, the door that we opened.
Yep.
And then you've got the ruins.
So the door that you opened was part of the ruins. That is part of the ruins. That is it's throughout a huge part of the Weald and almost surrounds the entire manor. But the manor has some sort of distance between it. Sort of dead ground, if you like, so that the manor's separate and it keeps the Weald out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I mean, I'll show you the map again, and you can just visualize it from there. If I can find it. Bloody technology, eh?
Yeah.
So you see there's the hamlet, the Weald, the ruins before the manor. The manor's a little big. It's the only thing I had available to me. But the ruins are ancient castle ruins, which cover a large area.
Yeah, happy with that.
How do I stop sharing? No, there. Big button that says stop sharing. And that's what you're finding. As that happens, I suppose you turn up to your gravel and start excavating a fresh grave.
Yeah, making a fresh grave if that hasn't been done. Well, it's lucky as a cantrip, so I can do it multiple times. For a suitable size of Rylak.
So you do it perfectly, the perfect square. excavated grave ready for his deposit. What are you guys doing?
You will wait for the others to return.
Is there any sign of any of the villagers or the townspeople coming? Can we see anyone coming yet?
Just as you finish excavating that grave, you do notice a few people, a couple of the dwarves are actually coming up just to see what's going on more than anything, sort of standing around at a distance, just talking amongst themselves. But then you get a few of the locals coming up, a couple of them a little bit tearful, and then sort of the people you know from the tavern, and O'Doyne, Brian, the stagecoach driver, happens to be there as well. Yeah, a good crowd of people gather round, and they look to you three. In fact, Fred, you're not there. They look, unless you want to go up, it's up to you.
No, I'm good for the minute.
All right. So they look to you two as if they're expecting you to say some kind words.
Well, how bloody ironic is this? The one person who knows what to do in this sort of situation is the one we've got to bury. Didn't really know the bloke that well. He's a bit weird, but some of you like him. But anyway,
The tears increase.
Rest in peace, I guess. Anybody want to say any few words for him? Anyone knew him?
Nobody comes forward.
You're a friendly bunch. Gravel, anything to say?
I just met the chap, and he's, just met him now, to be honest.
Okay then. And then Kenneth's just going to pick up a handful of dirt and just throw it on the corpse and walk off.
And everyone follows suit, grabbing a handful of dirt, throwing it on the corpse.
Right, everyone. To the inn for the wake.
And the dwarfs, there's those couple of dwarfs that you saw in the beginning. They start like sorting it out properly and preparing a wooden cross gravestone. Yeah. So at least it's marked for the time being. Everyone goes apart from one man, a frail old man that looks a lot like Rylick. Follow the rest of you to the tavern. He stays up there.
Looks a lot like Rylick, as in like a twin, maybe.
Not that much.
No. Dressed the same.
Does Kenneth notice this as well?
Kenneth, with your passive perception, yeah, you definitely notice this.
Yeah, that's probably going to intrigue him a little. So he's probably going to go up to him and get his attention. Hey, you. Do you know old Rylick, did you?
Yes, I knew Rylick.
Are you a man of the cloth too, or a family member?
I am known as a caretaker around here.
What's that mean?
I've been here for a very long time. Longer than Riley. I know him quite well. That's why I'm here.
Do you take care of?
I take care of the hamlet.
Oh, I see. Is it you getting all of these dwarven boys?
I sourced them, yeah. Brug asked me for a favour, see if he can get some work in. Some hard workers. I knew these dwarven lads, so I got them in.
And what is it he had you doing, eh?
What am I doing?
No, what is it he had you doing? What improvements?
Just general stuff. Take care of the abbey, make sure no one's doing anything a bit dodgy around the area. It's a holy place. Make sure there's nothing, everyone's staying in line to a certain extent.
And what's going to happen now? There's no priest for the abbey.
Well, in his stead, I'll be taking care of the abbey. You'll see me in there more than most. I'm not a holy man, though. Who are you?
Say again?
Who are you?
I'm Kenneth. We also did a bit of work for old Rylek. We cleared the crypts, returned the shield, as well as a couple of other bits and bobs.
Well, that's good of you.
Did you see him in the last few days at all?
I saw him all the time, yeah. I speak to him all the time. He's a dear friend, like I say. That's why I'm here.
Are we all together at this point? Or am I still in the pub?
I believe that you are still in the pub, and Gravel, I don't know what you did. Did you?
Alright, I'll
Depends on if Kenneth was in front of me and then stopped to walk back, then I would probably went back with him.
Alright.
But if Kenneth was behind me and I didn't get told what was going on, I probably would have continued with the others.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your choice, isn't it? You saw him, so you saw Kenneth turn around and go back.
So I'll probably follow suit.
Yeah, alright then. So, whilst you're here, I know that you're sort of adventuring and whatnot, trying to clear out the problem that we've got. If you run short of supplies, I'm your man. Come find me.
Because I actually need a new rope and some rations and some other bits and bobs.
Alright. That sounds good. Come see me in my stall. It's just round the side of the abbey.
Okay, before you go, just a point on what you just mentioned about clearing out the old manor. We've been up there and we've found some dark tomes. We've also found some similar things down in the crypts and in the abbey in Rylek's possession.
Right.
And we've also found a map up there as well.
All very interesting.
Rylek was pretty deep into this, and I think he may have gone too deep. Have you noticed any difference in him recently?
Well, I did notice an increase in frequenting my stall to buy unusual things that you wouldn't expect a priest to buy. Stuff, the sort of stuff you're looking at getting. Rope, torches, even asked for a blade once.
This virgin's very serious.
It is for a priest. You're not even there.
I know it was merely an observation.
Would you say this bloke's very serious?
The verger, so the caretaker of the church, if you like. They're called a verger, aren't they, or a sexton? He's a very serious dude. Very serious dude. Not like the dude off fucking Captain Mannering's lot.
You are?
The verger on not Captain Mannering, what's it called? Fucking God's Army.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dad's
right.
army.
Yeah, the verger on that is like, yeah, batshit crazy. And alcoholic.
Everyone's crazy in this hamlet.
Right then, caretaker, do you have a name?
I do.
You care to share it?
Yeah.
When he's finished generating it, yes.
Random generator.
My name's Ewan.
Urine,
Ewan.
as in
Ewan McGregor, Star Wars.
Right then,
Fair
Ewan,
enough.
are you heading down to the wake?
I keep my distance. I prefer to observe.
Okay then. I'll be off.
Just remember, if you need anything, I'm around the side of the abbey. If I'm still there, anything you need.
Well, yes, I'll head over to the wake and I'll see you at some point in there, I'm sure.
And he walks off.
yeah. Pardon me.
Cool, so heading down for a bit of food, bit of grub, and a pint, and see if we can catch up with O'Doyne at the inn.
So you go down there, and they're all in there. They're all like high spirits. Everyone's like a few people having a bit of a sing-song, and everyone's in there. The whole hamlet, and it's actually quite a sad sight, to be honest, because they're in.
Them singing?
Yeah, because they're just in such. It's just such a horrible hamlet, and you know they all seem so sad most of the time, and this seems to be like the only time that you've seen them quite joyful since you've been here.
When someone's dead.
Interesting.
They're celebrating his life.
Is that their excuse?
Yeah.
They're not saying ding dong, the witch is dead.
No.
So let me get this straight. They're all celebrating his life, but they're all really sad. I'm confused.
No, it's a sad sight because they're all such
Oh, I
a-
see.
they're- you know,
Yeah.
considering their situation, you know, it's it's just sad to see that they rarely get the opportunity to be in such a joyful state, even though they're sad. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the bloody hell these people stay around here for anyway.
They probably can't move out. Can't afford to leave.
There's always a ways and a means.
A lot of these people are very simple, and they wouldn't even think of leaving because it's where they've always grown up. And the nearest city is a good few weeks ride away.
Won't be going there in a hurry then.
And the laptop chat.
So what are you doing? You're in the pub?
I'm gonna find a doin.
Just before you find a doin, let's take a 5-minute break. So you're in the tavern, and everyone's having a good time, having a drink. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go buy a drink and give it to a doin.
So you go up to the bar, Brug, gives you a drink. We get any mail?
I'm gonna get myself a drink, and I'm gonna shout over to a doin. A doin! What do you want to drink, old pal?
Oh, that's kind of you. Just an ale. Just, normal ale for me, please, mate.
I'll get him a normal ale then.
All right.
Basically, my plan is to get... So Kenneth has sort of figured out that he's been ripped off by Brian and Adoin for this crossbow.
For fuck's sake. How have you figured that out?
Because I am a master thief, right? And I've got a wide network of like connections. I know prices of all the items. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, so... No. How would you know that? You don't know that. Give us a...
I know the worth of a crossbow.
How do you know that?
Because he's bought and sold crossbows before.
Has he?
Yeah.
All right.
He's a swindling scoundrel. He's bought and sold all sorts.
Well, as a rogue, no matter what like city or hold that you come into, you will have certain contacts within each place who could hook you up with certain things. And so, let's say in passing, after buying the crossbow, one of your contacts was like, I can rip you off with that, mate.
Yeah, so Kenneth's clocked onto it anyway. So Kenneth's plan is to get a doin drunk and get him to give up a bit more information about his contacts that gave him the powder to do the weapons. Like a name, where he's from, sort of that sort of thing.
All right, then. So you give him a beer.
Yeah, he's just going to keep plying him.
You give him an ale, and you sit down and you're like, so that's kind of you, a bit out of the blue. Like, what's this all about then, eh? Just for a good job, good job on your blades, was it?
Oh yes, fantastic, thank you.
Yeah, I thought so. See, there we go, Bill. It's respect.
It's a shame that you can't do any more of our weapons, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a shame. I mean, I can do other bits and pieces to it, but I can't use that same stuff.
Why was that again? You mentioned why, but I can't remember.
Well,
Hey, Terence from one of the other cities gave you it?
I don't know, no Terrence. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
We
who
do
did
get
you?
we get it from another bloke in another city. Hands it down to us when he's got too much. He doesn't need it. He sort of does us a favour. Been years since I've seen him. Yeah. Cool. I'm dry.
Barkeep, another couple of ales, please.
Grog fills you up another one, and you give him another 2 silver.
Yeah.
What's Gravel and Fred? What are you doing while this is going on?
2 silver, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm probably in a corner near the bar, probably observing
Okay.
the situation, or just keeping a wide look of anything that if shit hits the fan, kind of still.
Okay. Fred, what are you doing?
I don't know. Am I start back making beer or?
Oh, you make it right. So you're actually going to try and brew some beer then?
Yeah, why not?
Get some good mixing on the go.
Right, I'm going to use
Use your brewing kit, yeah.
Notes, 2 seconds. So I'm going to use a couple of my yellow mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Just take those off my inventory. In fact, I'm going to throw all 4 in.
Okay.
For 1 brew, and use the holy-ish water. No, sorry, the barrel of liquid we got out of the crypts. Yeah, let's see what we make of that. I'm not going to use the whole barrel. Actually, I'm going to use half the barrel.
Half a barrel. All right. So roll us.
So 2 seconds. I just need to half barrel.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to call it crypt juice. We've not actually identified what that water is in the crypt yet, have we? Okay. Yeah.
Well,
what do you want to roll, dude?
I mean, Kenneth, it was holy water until it was tainted.
Yeah, we'll just stick with crypt juice then.
Crypt juice.
Yeah. And then we'll see what the mix of the yellow fungus does. Yellow mushroom, sorry, not the fungus. The fungus is a different batch.
All right.
The next brew, shall we say, will be the fungus.
Let's do. Let's do a performance check.
Oh, performance.
And add your proficiency bonus to it because you're using your brewing supplies.
17.
Nice.
It seems to go together quite well, and you're getting some quite spicy notes from it.
Spicy notes.
You have a quick taste, and you're like, oh yeah, just like a small sip, the ladle. And you're like, oh yeah, that's nice that, and yeah,
it's a nice food dish.
You've made a nice yellowy brew.
Is it a tea?
What? No. He's
we need to leave it for a few weeks to ferment. But
yeah. So you've got the initial flavouring there.
For the mash.
And yeah. So what are you going to call this? Are you going to call it anything yet, or are you going to wait?
We'll wait and see what it comes out as. Then we'll name it.
So you put that one to the side.
So just take a note of that. So we've got half barrel cryptus. Nope. Juice. 4 yellow mushrooms, right? What's the spell yellow, right? You mong.
As you're sitting down and observing Gravel, John comes over and just sits next to you and sort of gives you a nod like, "You're right, mate. You're right." After you were so distressed after Bo being destroyed by that creature, and then
in doing so, I just go buy a round for me and John.
It's good of you. Yeah, you have a drink and continue observing. Is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Did we?
So that's 2 silver, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 2 silver.
Sorry, I know I'm going back a touch, but did we manage to get possession of the new ropes and stuff?
No, you haven't. You didn't go there. You didn't buy anything.
Okay.
Just know it's there.
Yeah, it's always available. Yeah, so that's another one. Nice one. Thanks very much for that, mate. Very generous of you. Don't seem like the generous type. Talking to Kenneth.
All right. Is this Doyne talking to Kenneth now?
Doyne, yeah.
Yeah.
He's blanking me, Brian.
No, sorry, mate. I think I might have had a few too many. Been a rough couple of days, you see.
Roll us a constitution for this second brew.
Oh no.
Kenneth hadn't finished his first.
What? I thought you bought 2 more.
He's slow rolling it.
Yeah,
2 more for a Doyne.
Well,
2 more for a Doyne. He's the
2 more for a Doyne.
It's not.
Doyne passes one over to Brian.
I got my first.
What?
Fucking hell, this is gonna get bloody expensive.
Yeah, Doyne passes one over to Brian. He goes, "Oh, thank you very much, mate." Cheers. And they both like neck it straight down the hatch.
What the bloody hell are you doing? That was for a Doyne, not for you, you fool.
What are you talking about? You talk to your elders like that. You fuck off. And Brian falls on his
Bloody
ass.
Bob coming out.
He like stumbles off his chair and falls on his ass. And he's like, "Oh, I'm fucked." And Doyne's fine. Oh yeah, it's a shame about old Rylek, innit? Shame about it. You frozen, mate? What's up with you? He's not saying anything to me. He's just smiling at me. I don't know what's up with him.
Steve, you froze.
Has he frozen?
We'll wait out for him. Fred, do you want to do any more brewing or anything?
Not at the moment. Let's see how this batch comes out.
Okay.
Are you? Don't matter. We'll talk offline.
All right. Gravel, you doing? Just waiting for him to read.
Yeah. If we continue, I'll be continue observing while having a conversation with John.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the other chap falling on his ass?
Yeah, you see him.
I might get a sense on what Kenneth is trying to do, and I might send another batch.
Roll me a perception because he hasn't said anything to you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. 13.
Yeah, you can sort of you can gauge what he's trying to do by the how generous he's being and how many drinks he's offering out to people. So you get the idea.
So I'll go offer, put 2 silver, and I say, for my friend over there and the other chap, another cup of ale.
Turns around. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, don't think we'll be going into work tomorrow, eh, Brian? Oh, bloody hell, Brian. Get yourself off the floor. You know, drags himself back onto the chair. Oh no. Smashes it down the hatch again. And he's just like in his chair like and O'Doyne drinks it, smashes it on the floor, and goes, another!
Go around now, isn't it?
No, mate, no. Not me. I'm alright. I think I might have a dance.
Oh God.
I'm fine. How about you, Brian? Brian's going, get right
So Brian's turned to Jeff.
here! A little bit of sick comes out down his beard.
There's a fusion of Jeff and Bob.
And yeah, he's just sort of like sitting in his chair, swaying.
Right then. Before you have a dance, let's do one more, eh?
Go on then. One more. Just one.
Kenneth's going to turn round to the bar and shout the barman. Let's have a number over here, please, old boy.
Get yourself up here. I'm younger than you.
Do I hear Kenneth?
Yeah.
I'll probably hand it over. Give him a hand and go serve the cups.
Okay. You serve him up.
Yeah.
Another couple of drinks. And he looks at both of you. Then he looks at Kenneth. He looks at the drinks. And Kenneth, I need you to roll me a deception. As he goes, you trying to get me drunk or something? What's up with you?
21. 22.
And you just look at him, deadpan face. And he's like, never mind. Smashes it down. Gives O'Doyne, gives it over to Brian. Brian like goes to grab it, but just knocks it all over the table.
So, old guy. As you mentioned earlier, you said you haven't been able to get hold of that stuff for quite a while. I might have a means of getting a messenger to your old friend. What was his name?
Dick.
So
mature. Yeah. Oh shit, jinxed each other.
I might be able to message to him and see if they can get any more of that fancy thick stuff you used.
Talking Dick. I need a piss. Then he gets up to walk outside.
What?
And then just Brian's just there just going.
So
And he comes back in. He goes, "What was that about, Dick?"
Dick the blacksmith.
Oh, stop saying Dick. Yep, I know Dick. Good bloke. Good bloke. You just say fairy stuff, whatever it is.
The fairy dust.
Yeah, no, not fairy stuff. You know, the glittery stuff.
I could get a message to him if you like. I've got quite a few contacts out there. See if you can get some of your dust.
Persuasion.
$11. I rolled a 2. I've got a +9.
Ooh.
wow.
Well, he's fairly drunk. He goes, "Oh, that's a good idea. But I mean, we don't really normally ask for it. He normally just gives it to us. But I suppose we could ask this time. Let me write a note. You got some parchment? Where's the quill? What?
Well, where's this blacksmith from?
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, I tell you what, you're in a bit of a sorry state. So,
What?
write it down.
Well, where's the quill? Right on the table. Got a knife.
I have actually got. I've got something in my kit, and it will have something that can write, and parchment and writing implements.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna whip out my crappiest feather or bit of chalk or whatever it is in there, and a bit of a scrap parchment and pass it over.
Mm-hmm. So you pass it over, and he writes it down, and he just like scribbles it and like rips the paper a little bit. But from what you can make out, it says something like White Valley or Will Valley, but you think it might be like White Valley or Wit Valley, something like that. That's it. And he's like, that is it. That is one, Wit Valley.
Well, I tell you what, O'Doyne, I'll get that message to him as a freebie, as a thank you for all you've done for us so far.
Wow, thank you very much, mate. How about another drink?
I think your old mate Brian over there could do with a lift home.
He looks over at Brian and he's sort of looks back at you. What?
Get him out of here! He's stinking up the bloody place.
All right. And he gets Brian up. And they walk off.
Yeah, Kenneth's just going to tuck his little parchment away and finish his pint, the first one. So he's got the name of the blacksmith and the place he's from.
Dick from White Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dick.
Or Richie, or Richard.
Could be, yeah.
Rich.
Might be O'Doyne that knows him as Dick.
Or he's a dick.
Or
He
he
just
might
calls
just
you
be
a-
a dick, yeah.
That's just a nickname.
What are we all doing then? We're all just like, it's a night on the piss, is it?
Wait, yes.
I only had 1 pint.
You do realise, Steve, you've been paying for beers in our bar that we own. Just thought I'd ask.
Well, we've not brewed any of that beer. I thought the deal was we don't own the bar.
See, I'm brewing special beer at the minute. We have normal beer around
Special
anyway.
brew.
Well, I'm not drinking any of that hippie mushroom shite.
Hippie mushroom show.
Fucking shit, it's going to be fucking amazing, mate.
It make you trip on both sides.
What we doing then?
Kenneth's busy evening. He's got one last thing he wants to do, but I'll see what the other guys are doing first.
I'm like just observing. So I'm like popping out with John.
Just
Near the
chill out
bar.
with John, yeah.
And we still don't know where Fred is. Only Fred knows where Fred is.
That's true.
Fred's in the back room making some right nice alcohol.
So basically, you could probably leave that alcohol. It's up to you, or you can just.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to put on a standard brew as well, obviously, because we do need to do that every time. 250 gallons of whatever brew.
Well, you would know, being the brew expert.
Yes.
So, whilst you're all sitting there, a couple of familiar faces walk through the door. And Gravel, you don't know these people. These are two people that you previously met in the tavern. An elf and a human. And the elf is carrying the human over his shoulder. Like basically one arm over his shoulder, just helping him along, and he looks injured. As they come through the door, he says, "Can anybody help, please?" And his mate's like bleeding out. And he drops him onto a seat and starts to like tend to his wounds the best he can. And some of the villagers come over and they try and help him out, give him a drink. And the elven bloke sort of walks away and walks up to the bar. He's like, looks stressed, really stressed. And he's like, drink, gets a drink. He's just there, looking, just staring into space.
Kenneth's going to go up to him and whip out a healing potion and be like, "Tell you what, this is my last one of these, and this will sort him out, but it's going to cost you."
How much do you want from me?
Well, how much is his bloody life worth? What kind of friend are you? Putting a monetary value, a limit on your friend here's life?
I will stop you there. I have no money on me whatsoever. But I do have this relic we found out in the wheel. And he gets from his side and he pulls up a collar, a steel collar with a slight shimmer to it. And it's the signal of what am I thinking? Trying to find here. Huh? What?
Sigil.
The sigil, that's it.
Yeah.
It's the sigil of the ancestor. And it's one that you remember as being around the neck of the necromancer. What say you, Trade? This man is dying here. Speak.
But I said I don't want some rusty old bloody collar. I've seen that before, and it's not anything use to me.
I think you'll find it holds magical properties.
What about your friend? Has he got any gold on him?
We have no gold. We spent it at the caretaker's stand before we headed out to try and track down that flying creature.
Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Tally-ho!
You bastard. And yeah.
Yeah, Kenneth ain't giving him. Not for free. Everything has its price.
Well, while you sit here and piss ass around, drinking ale and wasting time, we will clear the manor and we will own this place. And you will be the first to go when we do.
You'll have a job, most surely, won't it?
And he goes back to his friend. And people sort of realize what happened, that he refused to help this poor man in pain. And they sort of like just look at you with disgust.
I'll be assuming I'm still behind the bar serving
Yeah, you were brewing, weren't you?
here. Thank you, sure.
Don't bloody look at me like that. If you care so much, give me the gold.
Persuasion.
It's more like intimidation.
Failed to see how an old decrepit rogue that's nearly dead can't hit shit with a bow is going to intimidate anybody.
That's a good point. What did you get?
I got a 15.
That's not too bad.
Nah, he walks off. He walks off back to his friend and gives him a bowl of water, like a dog. And yeah, that's like going on in the background. A couple of people are just still sitting in their seats drinking, but the feel of the sort of the tone of the environment has lowered a little bit. So there's not so much singing or anything like that. A lot of people have emptied out at this point.
How bad are these injuries? Is it? Could you like say a standard medicine check can stabilize the situation?
He would need a fair bit of medical care, potentially over a longer period of time. But yeah, they're sort of looking for anything that will help, really.
Just trying to think. Inventory. Yeah. Fuck it, why not? So it's a leg injury.
Yeah, he's got various injuries, but the main one is his leg.
So I'll probably make my way just to go sort out the leg situation.
Okay.
I know it's not much, but I'll try and make a splint. Grab 2 torches. And
Yeah.
put it together and try and make a splint so it's not as bad.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, so you do that.
So it's I'll take away 2 torches.
Yeah.
In my inventory. And I'll use my rope to tie it up.
Thank you, my friend. It's very kind of you. It's a shame I can't say the same for your other companions. What would be your name?
Companion.
Yeah, but he's looking, he's making assumptions, he's looking around the bar.
But I'm stood behind the bar.
Yeah, he doesn't
know that you're associated.
And John's there as well.
Yeah.
Leave with that cloth. What are they?
Again, I can't talk about the many, just about myself.
Well, if you all bloody care so much, you can all chip in. And you can have his potion. But like I say, everything has its price.
Ignore this one. You are a friend to me, and a friend to Garrod. When he wakes, I will let him know your generosity.
Noted.
Would you care to join me on our quest?
May I hear what was your quest you're partaking?
We are mainly trying to retake the manor, clear out the filth from underneath and within the region in order to restore peace and claim the region for ourselves. There are many riches to be found underneath, ancient artifacts with great power. However, our more recent adventure was to track down that large creature we saw fly away from the hamlet.
Yeah, I know about that creature. I did face it.
You know of it?
Yeah, it said he took one of my companions.
Us too. We lost our orcish friend in the battle. We were unable to kill the thing, but we managed to escape just. From what I have seen, its perch on a large dead tree holds many powerful items. It seems that this creature collects these items from fallen people such as ourselves for some unknown reason. We spent a day cutting through the weald, fighting off the filth. But we have cleared a path. Unfortunately, I will not venture further that way on my own. So we must rest for tonight. But again, thank you for your help.
Don't worry. I'm glad to help someone and be useful.
So when the time comes, may I call upon your services?
Probably my team. I'll go talk to them to assist as well.
Thank you again. And he
Don't mention it.
goes back to his friend with the splint in his leg.
Yeah. I'll go back to where I sit. I'll wait until, they're not there to go explain to the others, so he don't know I'm associated with Kenneth and start giving me ear bashing.
Did Kenneth hear all that conversation?
Roll us a perception.
Hey!
Yes, you heard
His hearing aid was on.
every single word of that conversation.
Happy days.
What's the recipe for that side salad? I might put it in as well.
That's how it helps you get nat 20s.
Yeah.
What?
Never
No,
mind.
the salad, yeah.
Side salad in your book.
You still brewing away in the back then, Fred?
I assume so.
I thought we were
The mash doesn't take long to get ready. It only takes about an hour to prepare. So a bit of boiling and a bit of mashing stuff together and leave it to ferment.
Yeah. Well, so it's been probably over an hour now.
Right.
So you're good if you
In
want
that
to.
case, then I shall venture back out into the front of the bar.
So you come out just to see that it's a lot quieter.
Yeah, Kenneth's going to take himself up to his room.
Okay.
Good night, Fred.
Like enough.
Just chins gravel off.
Charmed as always.
Listen here, Sonny. You're the one who chinned me off first. Didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your new friends?
Thanks it to heart.
Yeah, and then he'll walk.
There's no point making more enemies than necessary.
So, do you want to use this as a long rest?
Might be an idea, yes. Seeing as I've got key points and everything. So
Yeah. So put this down as a long rest, and reset, as it's a long rest, reset your stress as well. In fact, no, don't just make shit up. Just reset your stress.
reset your stress, yeah.
Reset your stress. Reset any negative quirks or anything like that you had.
Right. Two.
I have pencils on.
That's a really nice lamp. That lampshade.
Dog shit, innit? Oh, pencil's gone. I'll do it later. I'll find it when it matters. Oh, what can I put in here? Silly sausage.
Are you doing any sort of activities on your long rest?
Oh yeah, Kenneth is.
What are you doing?
Kenneth is going to get out his forgery kit, and he is going to forge a letter from Dick of White Valley.
I will dexterity roll with your proficiency bonus added.
So, straight roll then.
In fact, I tell you what we'll do, because it's a forgery. It's obviously deceitful, isn't it? It's used in a deceitful way. So, deception, and this, whenever you show this, this will be the deception score for whoever you show this to. So,
Okay.
deception plus your proficiency bonus.
So my deception, I'm already proficient in deception.
You got expertise. All right, so you just use.
And I'm an expert in it, which is why I've got +9. So do I
Yeah.
still free on? So
Damn.
that's 12?
Using the forgery kit, yeah.
Is that what? Because I'm proficient in that as well.
No, you don't double your proficiency. No, you keep the +9.
Then just roll advantage.
18.
Roll advantage would be. So you've got an 18 anyway.
A 9. I got a 9
Again.
and a 10. So I've got a 19.
19. So that's the score, right? For whoever you show that to. And what does it say on there?
It says, "Dear old boy O'Doyne, I recently received a message on your behalf informing me about the fairy dust and your desire for a replenishment of it.
All right.
Unfortunately, it's come in very short supply these days. But I have a little bit left. But it will cost 100 gold. And seeing as you're an old friend, that's the rate I'm willing to give you it at, which is very good. I'm going to send a messenger with this message, and should you reply, I will send the dust your way.
So
Time D, and then just scribbles like a fancy.
yeah, like a
fancy-
signature.
Yeah, but the D could almost be an R. You're not quite sure.
Right. Okay. So you realise you could have asked for any amount because you rolled so high. Well, but then again, I suppose.
Yeah, but Kenneth's done this before. If it goes, he knows he knows O'Doyne. O'Doyne's the mark, yeah.
Yeah.
And a swindle. He knows that he can't afford something ridiculous. Plus, like, if I do get the 100 back, it means that I've only spent 20 gold to get a really fancy, nice crossbow. So, Kenneth, you know, he's a bit savvy. He's been in this game quite a while. You can't overshoot a mark.
Yeah. All right. What's everyone else doing in their downtime?
Well, fuck it, I'm going to get my head down. Hang on, what time of day is it?
Yeah, it's sort of like late. You've been at this wake for quite a while now. It was going throughout the afternoon and into the evening. So what are you doing, Gravel?
If I see everyone else hitting the hay, I'll probably do the same.
Yeah. Okay. So you all bed down, rest for the night in your 3 rooms, and
Gravel's got to pay.
it's free, isn't it? It's free. It's part of the deal. Gravel's got to pay though. In fact, no, he hasn't, because he's part of your group now.
Okay, we'll let him off.
So he's one of you.
The fucking elf's playing double though.
And
Kenneth's obviously rubbing off on you, Fred.
Well, I'm a dwarf, mate.
Standard.
Exactly.
And you awaken in the morning. Everybody's gone. There's no noise. It's a silent morning. You look out the window. There's a low sun. And it's quite misty outside in the town. And that's
Morning.
what are you doing going downstairs?
Just breakfast. I'm straight.
Gonna go clear out the pebbles out of my eyes. Everyone has to get sleep. I get pebbles.
Sand.
Yeah, sand.
Yeah.
I accept that.
Yeah, cool. So you do that. Yeah, you go downstairs. Nothing's really going on. It's a bit of a mess where Brug hasn't tied it up, but that's it.
Oh,
On your lid, bugger, come and clear up, you dirty bugger.
after you cook breakfast.
Fuck off. I'm not cooking fucking breakfast either. You already fucking ate my pig.
And it was a nice pig.
Did I walk into something wrong?
His pig died. Yeah,
So we ate it.
So he actually cooked it up for them.
That's been fair, yeah.
He's still a bit like feels awful about it. But it was hard times. It was hard times. He had nothing really. No customers, nothing. Since then it's picked up. But yeah, there's nothing. The bar's empty. It's like a shit B&B. When you wake up, go downstairs, and there's nobody about, and the heating's not on. It's freezing cold.
I feel I'm stoned.
Hey, Gravel, have you got that shield still?
You mean this one?
That's the one, yes. Let's have a look at these symbols and see if we can decipher anything. Kenneth's going to whip out the little A to Z parchment. See if we can figure anything out.
So you get the scroll out, and you look at it, and it's slowly. Who's looking at it? Just Kenneth, or?
I assume me and Gravel together. I don't know where.
Yeah, I've come down some next year.
All right, so you're all getting amongst it. You get it out on the table, and start going through it. You look at, from what you can tell, on the back of the the shield, it seems to be some sort of phrasing, so a way of saying these words, if that makes sense. And they're in a certain arrangement.
Like a phonetic spelling of a phrase.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of. What you got the book out? What are you doing?
Book out? No, not yet. We've just the shield and the parchment. See what the shield. We'll do one thing at a time. The shield. We'll see if we can decipher that first.
So looking on the scroll and against the shield, it slowly sort of starts to make sense. You can see, oh right, that one means that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, right. You get it after a few hours of looking through it. Let's say you start to make notes, and you feel at this point that maybe you could read it possibly, but not fully. You could maybe identify how to say certain words.
So we're converting it from. We're not actually converting it into what it means in common.
What do you mean?
So we're not looking at the symbols, referring to like the first symbol on the A to Z, and then sort of transcribing it into common.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's what you do.
So what does it say anything in common?
Always use protection.
No, so
Especially on the website's raid visits.
so this shield is like how to say the words, it's how to use the words. So like,
I understand.
So like how you would have like phrases in the English language, you know, how you would put them together, where they would go within the words. It just adds more detail to, rather than this letter means this. Does that make sense? So you need both of them to try and decipher the language.
Right. So the shield doesn't necessarily say anything. It's like a.
Without the shield, you couldn't decipher the language, basically.
Right. Okay. So the shield is something we need in addition to the A to Z.
Yeah.
All right. So I think.
So what you're saying is the shield's like a key setter.
Yeah.
So we've got two terms as well. We've got the term that we found in the crypt in the little chest.
Yeah.
And then we've also got the one we found up in the ruins beneath the abbey.
You mean, yeah, beneath the manor. So the one beneath the manor, if I remember correctly, it was just heavily damaged. And
it was the one necromancer was looking through.
Yeah.
When we stumbled upon him.
Yeah, so it was heavily damaged. And it needs some TLC to be able to read. And then the one in the Abbey Crypt, which was locked away in that strong box.
Yeah.
In that pristine room. That is the one with the same language as we're trying to decipher.
So we can't make out the same language on the one from the manor.
No, the one in the manor is written, from what you can tell, is written in common.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll try and figure out what the front cover on both of the books say then. Or the spine, or just because obviously that's going to give us an indication of what the rest of the stuff is, even though a pretty good idea anyway.
Yeah.
Where's gone?
The one from under the manor looks like a log of some kind, but there's nothing that determines what it is on the outside. The other one is made from sort of a fleshy material and doesn't say anything either.
So there's no markings on the outside, though.
No.
It's just fleshy and wood. One's fleshy and one's wooden.
What happens if you overlap them?
These books have nothing to do with each other.
Boo!
They're in the pages, not the fucking books.
Nothing happens.
So, Fred, have you opened the book?
But yeah, if I open barrels, not fucking books.
No, it's just you said you were overlapping pages. I thought you might have opened the book.
No, I'm asking you if you've done it. And the DM said no, nothing will happen. So, kind of moot point. What I was thinking is, you get a trace off some, don't you? So if some books, you can hold them up to lock the light. And you put the page over a page and it gives you the fucking writing.
Yeah, I like your thinking. I like your thinking.
I know how sneaky our DM is.
Yeah. I like your thinking, but it's not
it's
that.
like the old lemon juice for the heat. Lemon juice and boom, there's a secret message.
Yeah.
Or your secret website, whatever.
You're gonna fire your shots in there, Pad.
Well, nobody else would have said anything if you hadn't said a word, don't they?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
And I'm not gonna get moany like some of
I'm
the
not
people that
firing
we
shots.
play with.
So, I guess we'll start with page 1 then, eh?
You reading this book
Sounds like a
then?
plan.
Which book are you reading?
Start with the contents.
One from the one that we can read, the one that's not battered.
All right. Who's reading it? Just one of you?
I don't have the book.
Well, it's in front of us all.
Well, I'm going to let Kenneth do it, and I'm going to stand behind him with the axe, and the minute I see something dodgy,
Okay. So you open it up, and after hours of studying, you realise that you can read certain parts of it.
What kind of book does it seem like? You said the first one was a log of some kind.
The other one's fleshy.
But yeah, the other one, the fleshy one, do we know, is it a spell book? Is it?
It's something along the lines of not
Steve,
a
calm
holy
down, it's not
book. Not a holy book, but it is a book of worship.
Like a book of dark worship.
It is a book of
That's a
worship.
warlock.
Like a, not what's the tome called? The Necronomicon. Probably pronounced that wrong.
Necronomicon, Grimoire.
Yeah.
Grimoire of the Dead.
That's the one.
So, like, do we need to roll an intelligence on my character to see if he can figure stuff out?
You
Or
can.
joint.
So you know how to say some of these phrases, and all it requires you to do is say them out loud.
Please don't.
Yeah, Kenneth's. After seeing. In Kenneth's mind, if I pass my intelligence check, right? In Kenneth's mind, Rylek's gone a bit too deep into this, and he's started reading this stuff. Because he had the shield, and he had the scroll, exactly what we've got. And obviously,
He wrote all the invites, don't forget as well. He wrote the dodgy invites that we all got. Not we all got, but the dodgy invites.
He's got the dodgy invites, and he's obviously been possessed in some sense.
Mm.
Or at least that's what I think. But does Kenneth know that too?
Yeah.
Question is it some sort of cult? Bearing in mind, obviously, we're all sat reading books, and we do a bit of, and we know the backstory. So it's not just Kenneth's assumption; it's all of his assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now that we're sat around the book talking about it, you know what I mean? Obviously, Gravel's a bit sketchy on some of the details, but he knows a fair amount of the story. And me and Kenneth are the two parts of the tale I missed, but still there for all the main parts.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you there, Kenneth. It sounds like there is a cult that it seems the more people that will understand this sort of thing, and the more people that will read it and say it out loud will join. If we don't say it, hopefully it won't affect us. But now that we've read it, how do we know it's not going to?
Well, time will tell, I guess.
Why we read it, I mean, you've read it, and I've stood behind you with the axe in case I saw anything dodgy. And obviously, Stoneboy sat in the corner, Pebbles over there. We'll call him Pebbles from now on, that's quite funny. Pebbles. Right. You need a twin called Bam Bam. El Pebbles over there probably can't read anyway, so.
Well, we've got a couple of options. We could go up to the manor and try and go a bit deeper into the tunnels and see what more we can find. No doubt there's be more creatures like the necromancer down there.
But going back from what we've been told, there was one master, one apprentice.
But
we've killed the master, and the apprentice is in. Well, actually, we didn't even bother killing the apprentice, but he's dead and fucking buried because we just buried him.
He could just be another
as
little.
Far as we're aware, we said that because I've just seen fucking Dan smile.
Yeah.
You're a shit poker
As the saying goes, when the Dio smiles, we
player.
worry.
Shit poker player.
I think Rylek was just like a unfortunate casualty.
I think he might have been a cultist rather than an apprentice.
Yeah, probably.
Because our dude in purple was probably the apprentice.
Or he could just be another follower. We might not have even come across. We might not have even come across either of the master or the apprentice.
But who's to say the necromancer was the master and not the apprentice? Bear in mind, he's been the hardest to kill that we've had so far.
Is there an actual master and apprentice?
If you look back, so
the story that's been told, yes.
This is the second episode. We found a piece of parchment which detailed that it sort of it said that this person was looking for somebody to teach them in the ways of necromancy, and he found these people and surpassed them, so he murdered them. He then revived them with their skills and their knowledge intact, so that they could then revive more of the dead whilst being undead themselves, meaning they revive them for eternity.
All right, but the original apprentice is now the master, sort of.
It didn't say. It didn't say anything about what happened to that person who was writing the parchment.
And so we don't, that person is the ancestor.
Could be.
So all we know is we've got a dude reviving lots of dead people to become dead people that are alive that could revive more dead people.
Sounds like it.
So what do we do now? Do we head over to...
We never saw Rylek revive anyone, but then we've never seen Rylek die. So how do we know he's... All right, going by what we've just been told there, he's obviously just a cultist. Because he clearly wasn't undead.
Mm.
But the black ghost thing we killed, again, was another oddity. And the necromancer we killed was clearly alive. Although his bodyguards were both meat slabs.
So wasn't the necromancer as well? Wasn't he like a bit of like a flesh golem thing?
Yeah.
No, well, I was going to say the description we were given was dude in purple, but yeah, okay, fine.
He had a purple robe, but like he didn't have a face, and its hands, or the hand we took the ring off was like just a fleshy mass in the basic shape of a person with fingers, hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like as in a
Is there anything in this book that gives us an idea as to the history, i.e., how many were killed to be risen? I'm just trying to find a number of how many we need to look for of these undeads. Yeah.
So you found that one piece of parchment, and that's all you got from it. You've got another book which is damaged, which requires repair. That could give you an insight into
that's the
perhaps
log.
the history. The log, you determined it as some kind of log. And then the book that you're currently looking through is something very unusual, which probably won't give you any insight into the history, but will maybe give you something else.
So we need to find a calligrapher that can prepare the book. Which could give us a lot more information. Or we could just go up to the man and knock fuck out of a load of dead things and then find out that way.
I mean, there's people around that you can ask, for this information. There's locals that have been here for years.
Is that voodoo lady still there?
She's still there, yeah.
That's the last time I was on. She just only arrived.
Yeah, so when she arrived, so the last episode, Kenneth went in there and actually had a conversation with her. And Kenneth got the book out, the one that you're currently looking at. And when she started to read through it, she started to grow a sort of tumorous lump on the back of her neck. And then she told Kenneth to get out and take the book out. That's what happened. But she sells little trinkets and things in there as well. She's a trader of unusual items.
She sells charms.
This world that we're in, yeah.
Yeah.
What's like the biggest city, the most famous city?
And Norfolk.
There is basically the only one you know of is that the one that Dick's from.
So White Valley is the only sort of like main city.
That's the closest city. I mean, you don't really know much more. And you actually came from White Valley because it was the closest place to here.
Okay, so Kenneth is from White Valley.
Well, you're not from White Valley, but you came from White Valley.
What,
that makes sense. To the hamlet.
What I'm trying to get at is there like a prestigious bank or anything in this world that like everyone knows about?
That you haven't robbed?
This far out. This far out, nobody would know.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Makes sense. I guess I can't forge some promissory notes then.
To be fair, that is a point I missed.
You can always still try it.
Well,
It's a 19.
Give us a perception roll, Kenneth. In fact, everybody give us a perception roll.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm back.
What did you get?
Having a fight with a spider. Oh, massive. Big old, lovely. What's my add? 1. 18.
17.
24.
Holy shit.
How
You
can
sort
the
of-
old guys see better than us?
So as you're sort of trying to work this stuff out, as you were looking through this book, we hadn't realised initially, you just suddenly catch out the corner of your eye is something coming out of the book, and it is a spectral reddish colour, and it's waving around just the tip of it and slowly coming out of the book.
They
Okay.
bloody would say spectral purple.
We all see it.
You all see it. It's coming out of the book, and it's coming further out of the book.
Shut the fucking book.
Slam the book shut.
Goes away.
So this was the, we'll call it the Necronomicon.
Let's call it something simple like the book.
The book.
2 of them.
The red
Flesh
book, not the blue one.
Well, I think that's enough of that for now.
I think we need to go and see a blacksmith and get a lock made for said book.
Is that the log book or is that the flesh book?
The flesh book
Flesh book.
with the random shit that comes out of it.
Makes people grow tumours and turn into Rylek monsters.
Like monsters.
Yeah, that book.
Well,
So,
I reckon we get our shit together and we head back up to the Abbey and into the ruins. Not the Abbey, the ruined manor.
That what you do?
Yeah, after I want to go see a Doyne first. And then we can stop by the caretaker for some to read.
supplies.
So you walk over to the blacksmith's, and the door's closed. He's not open.
Supplies after he drank like a fish.
Yeah, thinking back, he did mention that he probably won't be working the next day because he's in Tuesday. And Brian especially.
Can't
Cool.
handle his alcohol. So shall we go talk to the gravekeeper?
Yeah, let's do a quick replan then.
I agree. We need to do a replan.
You walk.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you go up there. So you walk up there and you see him. He's just standing by a stall. He's just chatting to a local. As you walk up, he's like, yeah, "Speak to you later." And then walks out. The person walks in, and he looks at you. Goes, "You all right, gentlemen? Lovely day, isn't it?"
Same old day.
Hello, Ewan, could we get some rations and some rope?
Rations. Got some rations, some dried meat. Got some dried bits and pieces. Dried fruit. What else do you need? Take your pick.
Fucking fruit.
Just some rations to last us a couple of days. A 50-foot rope if you've got one.
50 foot. I'll have to have a look. Hang on. And he's got a pile of rope underneath. There you go. Two. You said 2 50-foot rope.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. 2 50-foot rope. He slams on top. And rations. How many days? You say each? A couple of days each. 6 rations.
I'm
6
saying,
rations.
I only need one more to match me.
1. 5 sets of 5 rations in.
any healing potions?
He didn't know, not for me. Not for me. I got some bandages, got some ointments.
What else have you got, just out of curiosity?
I've got some of this water. Holy water, apparently.
Oh, we've got barrels of the stuff. Yours any different?
Might be worth taking some anyway.
Yeah, my water skin's filled with it.
Well, that could have helped us in the last fucking battle, couldn't it?
No, you used it.
You threw it all over the fucking deeper, didn't you? Yeah, same as I did.
I refilled it.
So I'll take some holy water.
You refill. Yeah. Okay.
That's what drew Rylac the second time because he was ignoring us at first one.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. What were you gonna do, Fred?
I'll take some holy water, 1 day's rations, and some rope. How much is that, please?
That will be 10 gold.
10 gold. You taking the piss?
That made me better off with it.
What? Make you a better offer, quite happily. Right. How much are you charging for the holy water?
That's 3.
3. Okay. The water skin. Okay. Rations are half a gold for rations and a gold for hemp.
Find anywhere else. 4 gold. I'll do you 9. Persuasion.
3.5.
Roll a persuasion.
We're haggling. We're not doing a persuasion until we finish haggling. Oh, natural 20.
I'll tell you what, I'll do.
First one ever.
What's your modifier?
What for persuasion? -1.
Fuck.
It was a 19, not even a minus, not even an actual 20, it was 19.
Right, well, I'm not letting it go for any less than 8. You find somewhere else selling these supplies, you let me know. And I'll then start to do competitive pricing.
Okay. 7.
8 or nothing.
In 8.5.
8.5. Deal.
6.
Going up.
8.
Bloody blockheaded dwarf, you've done yourself out of half a gold.
8.
And
8 it is. 8 it is.
8. So you've hand over 8. You get your holy water. You get your hemp rope.
Hang on. 2 seconds, buddy, because there's the notes. Holy water. Holy water. What are they, in vials or?
It's in glass bottle.
How many?
You only wanted 1,
5.
didn't you?
5, you said, didn't you?
1.
10. You said 5 for 10.
No, I didn't. 1.
Okay.
So you
water, 1 glass bottle.
1. You get your rations and you get your hemp rope.
Inventory, ration. 10, happy with that.
And what can I do for the rest of you?
Can't forget ripped off.
Rations and the rope, please.
That'll be 6.
I'll give you 5.
No. Price is the price.
Yes, it is, but I've only got so much left, I'm afraid.
Persuasion.
Tell you what, I'll give you 5 now, And then depending on what I find out there, I'll give you the one later.
Persuasion.
Oh shit! I could have just played with the elf.
17.
Alright. This is the only time I'm going to do it. So there, he gives it over 5. And what about you?
Probably in the same. Rope. And
Rations.
some rations.
So Ray, if you check your inventory to make sure you're down anything.
Well, you've probably already got a rope, Ray. It's just
You usually
No, I used it. I used it for splintering the chap's leg.
He did, yeah, he did. I mean, we'll say you only used about 10 feet of rope at the most, and you've got a 50-foot
That's
rope,
split.
so it's up to you if you
Yeah,
want
so
to.
that's 40. I'd rather just go get.
Wrapping his old leg in fucking rope. 10
I had nothing
rope.
else.
You know, like it's got some spares. You know what I mean, just in case. He was generous. So you want a rope as well. Don't you?
That's alright.
Right. I'll do it the same as your mate. 5.
Actually, looking at it, 10 foot's probably not bad.
So that's you 5 gold.
Yeah.
He also sells
pretty good.
torches. He sells torches. He sells some weird herb mixes.
He sells torches.
He sells torches. He
You
sells.
want to buy some torches?
Oh, plenty of torches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, mate. I can see in the dark, so it don't matter to me. Do you want to buy some torches?
The thing is, with your dark vision, you cannot see black and white in the dark. So it is 60 foot of really vague images in the dark. That's what dark vision is. So you still, even though you've got dark vision, you still roll at a disadvantage on perception checks that are based on vision.
Yeah, same.
So it's like, imagine really shit night vision.
No, I get it. It's cool.
Yeah. So you would still potentially need torchlight to actually see properly. I'll buy you torches if you don't need them.
I'll buy it for 10 gold.
Kenneth's going to flick him a silver and then say, "You couldn't fill up my oil flask, could you?"
Oil? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because
Fills
he's
up
got
the oil.
a lantern.
He fills up your oil for a silver, and he's not taking. He's just like looks at you when you say you want 10 gold for your torches, and he's like,
Where else are you going to buy them?
"I'm alright, mate. Make them myself."
You've got a lot to learn, young Fred.
Yeah, fair enough. Come on, let's go. Oh, hang on.
He's also got
6.
so he doesn't. Well, I don't know. They're not really potions, are they? And like sort of antidote type things, like poison antidotes.
Might be handy for you too.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, Kenneth's happy with that. He'll come and have another look later on.
Alright, cool.
Right then, boys. Question is, are we going to take the old road up through the Weald, or the coastal route that our boy Titch showed us?
Or we can go by the way of what the elf and the injured chap made.
Yes, that's the old road.
No. So what you missed is they went through a different way through the Weald to track the giant bird that you were fighting. which is different, and they've cleared a route
Oh,
to
to
what
the
they
bird.
to the bird, to what they believe is the bird, is the nest of the
Okay.
bird. But yeah, the old road continues. It goes through the Weald.
So we've got 3 options now to get up that way.
Oh, you've got loads more than 3 options.
The ones we know about now. We've got an additional one that we know about. We only knew about 2 before.
Yeah, I mean you can go any direction that you want. You don't have to follow a route. It's up to you if you want to go off piste. You can go wherever you want.
Fuck, didn't buy any skis.
Well, you know what? I think we'll go with Gravel's suggestion, and we'll go with the one that's already been part cleared by that grumpy elf.
Right, and you saw the state they came back.
Oh yes, but he's just a little bitch elf, isn't he? Look at us. We've that thing a couple of times, and we've done all right.
Not going to argue with the elf being a bitch logic.
I didn't think so.
We're just gonna stay silent.
Oh, actually, if we're going into the Weald, should we ask John for the map? Because he's actually got a map that he took out of the fungus cabin of part of the Weald.
I think you'll find that
You
was
can't ask John if he's dead.
John's not dead.
no, Alex is dead.
Oh, my bad. John's Rev. Oh, Rev's John, isn't it? Sorry, yeah.
No, not Alex. Bo's dead. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Bo's dead, but
Bo's dead.
So is Alex. We don't know what happened to Alex.
I don't know what happened to Alex. But
fungus cabin map.
fungus cabin map. I think you'll find that Professor Jit had that map.
Oh, you're joking. Bastard bitch. Cool. Oh, never mind then. I thought John had it. Cool. Up through the cleared path.
I don't know if you remember, you followed that map and it took you to the manor.
No, there was another route on it that we never went. I thought. Unless I'm being among.
No, there wasn't. There was one route.
Ah, right. I thought there was the route was deeper into the Weald though.
It looked like it went deeper into the Weald.
And then ends up at the ruins.
So you followed it.
All right, so that map's sort of done its purpose.
Yeah.
Come on then, lads. Keep up.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
Right behind you.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just make us way up through this path.
So how do you know where it was?
Because Kenneth told him, heard him, Gravel. He told Gravel all about it in detail.
He didn't tell him where it was.
No, he just told us that he made one.
Would it be that hard
You're
to?
missing the obvious. It was a fucking signpost.
Oh yeah.
It says go this way to meet the big giant ass bird.
Fucking DM.
Jeez. How do you know where you're going? You follow the signs. Duh.
We've obviously the Weald been taken over by this rapidly growing fungus.
It tastes amazing.
It would be fairly obvious.
All right, I'll tell you what. Give us a investigation of the area then.
As a group or just as
Group, you
Can I-
can all do it.
so perception or investigation?
Investigation of the area.
Well,
Eight.
16.
What'd you get, Fred?
8. I was distracted by fungus.
And what'd you get, Kenneth?
I rolled a 10, so I got a 19.
Oh shit! Yeah, with both your investigations, you can see where it's been freshly disturbed, and it's not too far from the tavern. So then you go. That's you find the path. What the hell? Where'd you get a mushroom from?
Place is full of them. Did you not?
And you head through, and it's still fairly overgrown. So you're going to have to do some tracking here. What's the order of march? With order of march, you don't have to be single file. You can be like next to each other as well.
I'll probably be either behind Fred or beside Fred to make sure you don't pick any more fungus, so you
Yeah.
don't be left behind
All right.
and get lost.
Wedging between them both.
You're between both of them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So doing the
He's going to give
Wizard
him
of
So who's at the front?
Fred.
Okay.
We don't even know what class gravel is, do we?
I'm a Eldritch Knight,
So he's,
so I'm a
Warrior.
fighter.
he's like a fighter that can cast spells. Is that right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
very
well,
limited.
Eldritch being magic. Yeah.
Yes. It's a good class choice. All right. It is dark in here. You know it's dark. You've been in here before. It's just as overgrown as anywhere else. Even though a path has been hacked through the trees, it's still like, yeah, really hard to see. So you
What's it
will need
overgrown
to.
with? What's it overgrown with?
It's
You're not gonna hear it.
trees, mushrooms, lots of mushrooms everywhere, and there's thick spores like before covering upper canopies. The trees come over anyway and just block out the sun. So you're going to need to get some sort of light on the go unless you want to continue.
Yeah, well, Kenneth will get his little lamp out again.
Yeah. So Kenneth, you being in the middle, you give 20 feet of light and 20 foot of dim light, which helps you with your dark vision as well, Fred. So give us a... Who's got the highest survival modifier? Now you can either elect somebody or you can do a collective roll.
+2.
+1.
+4.
Bravo, roll away.
Fair enough. Nat 1.
Gravel.
5.
Gravel
So
stops
it's
the group.
5, but it's Nat 1.
Gravel stops the group, and he knows the way. He knows which way the track is going. It's clear to him, and he's very confident about how he says this to you, and so you all follow on into the wheel, and it's getting thicker now, really hard to see.
Are you sure we're going the right way?
Why is it hard to see?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. I can't even find it on the emails.
I don't even know how you do it.
This is getting a bit enclosed in. There's not much room.
It's getting really claustrophobic, and as a result, you all take stress damage. 1 point. You're out there. You're out, sort of hacking around. Gravel he's sweating because he is really nervous that he's just led you in the completely opposite direction, and you have lost any sort of sign of the path that you were on, and you're fucked in the middle of the world, nowhere to go. Gravel roller, sir. Survival.
Hold on 1 second, I gotta change my fucking dice.
Good one.
These ones betrayed me. They got in a dice jail. Better. That's a 16.
Another couple of hours pass. Still no obvious sign of the path. You take another point of stress damage. At this point you're getting quite hungry and tired.
Well, I'll tell you what, boys, my knees are getting a little sore now from all this walking, so maybe have just a little rest and bite to eat. What do you say?
Doesn't that sound like a bad idea?
Well, no, not for you, you silly ass. You're the one who's got us bloody lost. You can start figuring a way out of here while me and old Freddy here have a little sit down.
I say if we look at the time, we probably need to press on.
I can't stop. I can't believe you're doing that.
Steve, just reading the Kenneth. The abuse that you're giving Gravel causes him to take another point of stress damage.
Why are you burying me?
I think maybe whilst we're in the woods, we probably should have a break.
So you have your rations, so get rid of them out of your inventory. Take on some water.
I don't know about you boys, but I'm feeling a hankering for some pizza.
Stop. I actually really fancy some pizza.
There you go. So 1 day's rations gone, yes?
That's the one.
Yep.
And back on your way, hacking, slashing your way through this thickened forest. Oh, there we go. Corny. Would you like?
Oh, that was a pig of a joke.
Would you like to? Would you like to re-elect a roller, or would you like the same roller with his bonus?
Is there a ruler?
Roller.
No, like a ruler.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a king or a queen.
We've got to give the old bugger a chance to redeem himself, haven't we?
I reckon you should roll again.
Does that give me a advantage?
No.
Okay. Again, 16.
Ha! Worked.
Another hour passes, hacking, slashing your way through.
You
No
certainly
sign.
hit the target with that roll.
No sign of any sort of path, any exit out of this place. And you will take another point of stress. Let's have another roll.
Yeah.
You bloody gonna eat.
I have ham and cheese on mine.
Yeah. Talking about food.
As a 15.
Another hour. Another hour passes. Another point of stress.
I tell you what, this is the second time in the bloody week that one of you get
Do me a favour and look for a much better route.
This forest is really closing in on you now. It seems to be getting tighter. It's harder to push on. The ground is thick with roots and all sorts of horrible shit.
Mushroom.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom. Badger, mushroom.
And come on, Ray. Another roll.
You just like putting stress on me, don't you?
Hang on a minute. How long does a torch last? So that's about
Roll it
4
away,
torches
roll it
down,
away.
isn't it? Who's been using the torches? Oh no, you got your lantern. Yeah, sorry.
Can't beat a good old oil lamp, they last for days.
15.
What the torch are we talking about?
So it feels like in fact, you're hacking around and you come to some recently hacked tree branches where people have made their way through. And you realise you've been here before. You've been going in circles. And you'll take another point of stress damage.
Before that, though, can we have a closer look at the old route?
You can't, you've lost the route. Lost the route.
Oh, Roger. Lost the route.
You're getting hungry again.
Fucking hell, we've been in here.
Alright, fine, it's a couple of hours, fine. Leave it. You're not getting hungry. How many meals you having today? Roll us another survival.
Come on, Ray.
Survival. Oh, thank fuck. Nat 20.
Plus.
Plus 4, so that's 24. Oh, that's stressful.
As you hit this other route, this previous route, you realise it leads back to. You follow it, and it leads back to where you originally were, and you see where you went wrong. You're like, oh shit, no, actually, go. Yeah, it's definitely this way. And you point, and then you get the others to have a look, and they can see as well.
Yeah, go let them second check my bullshit.
Just to reassure them.
Yeah, just to reassure myself as well.
And you're on the right route. And you make your way through to finally a clearing. The trees disperse as this small hill of rock emerges with a large, twisted, dead tree at the top, with vines and bits of cloth hanging from the branches. And you see some movement, a familiar silhouette. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Cool.